how often your cabin will be attended to, new Crown and Anchor perks, a new Icon class cruise ship, your roundup of all the latest Royal Caribbean news. Here we go. Hey everyone, it's Matt from RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. Things are busy in the world of Royal Caribbean this week, and I wanted to share with you a look at all the important changes and updates that you need to know about because it has an effect on your upcoming cruise plans. Things are always changing and evolving in the world of cruising, so today's video should get you caught up with the most important happening. Let's begin with Royal Caribbean cutting cabin housekeeping from twice to once per day service. For decades, Royal Caribbean has had stateroom attendants visit passenger cabins twice per day, once in the morning and then turn down service again at night, but that could all be changing in the future. Now, Royal Caribbean has not announced a formal policy change across the fleet, but on a number of ships, guests are reporting that the policy has changed to where cabin attendants are only performing housekeeping duties once per day for non-suite cabins. Junior suites and above will still maintain 2 services per day. Now, passengers have the choice if they prefer to have their stateroom attendants service their cabin in the morning or evening. Now, I reached out to Royal Caribbean to get confirmation of the policy shift about a week ago, but I have not received a response yet. Now, based on what we've seen so far from other cruisers, the change to once-a-day housekeeping has already occurred on Quantum of the Seas, Ovation of the Seas, Spectrum of the Seas, Independence of the Seas, Wonder of the Seas, and Harmony of the Seas, and there are rumors, not confirmed of course, that Symphony of the Seas will change over with the April 16th sailing. Now, it seems that Royal Caribbean first made this change with cruises in the Asia and Australia cruise market, but now we're seeing this start to filter into the North American cruise market as well. So why is Royal Caribbean making this change? Well, again, Royal Caribbean hasn't announced anything formally, but it seems like this is a matter of, quite frankly, costs and cutting costs, because the cruise line incurred billions of dollars with a B, dollars debt over the last couple of years. And so what we're seeing is that stateroom attendants will be responsible for more cabins. So the idea is by only servicing cabins once per day, that allows them to use less crew members for the total housekeeping crew. Now, the cruise industry, of course, is no stranger to what the rest of the hospitality industry has experienced over the last 3 years, which, of course, in addition to all this, is a shortage of workers. And that could be part of the reason as well. Royal Caribbean has also said in their daily cruise compass on ships that this has changed already, that the change has been done in order to be more sustainable and to align with global hospitality trends. Now, Royal Caribbean is not the first cruise line, by the way, to make this change. Carnival Cruise Line changed to once daily cleaning in early 2022, and in Norwegian Cruise Line also changed their policy in December of 2022 to go to once a day service. So the real question is this cost cutting or trying to reduce waste? And there's plenty of opinions on this, and without Royal Caribbean really weighing in officially on it, it's anyone's guess as to why it's occurring. But the bottom line is, as you're going forward with cruises here in 2023, if you're staying below a junior suite, so a balcony or an ocean view or an inside room, there's a good chance your room will only be cleaned once per day. Now, on the one hand, there's definitely less service that you're getting compared to what you used to get. On the other hand, you really need your cabin cleaned twice a day. I don't clean my room twice a day. And if you go to any hotel anywhere, resorts or otherwise on land, they're definitely not cleaning your room once a day. Heck, you're lucky if you get daily service at a hotel or resort, because a lot of hotels and resorts on land have gone to far less than even once a day, maybe once during your entire vacation. It's crazy how much has changed on land. But nonetheless, it is a change, and you should be aware of it, and I am sure it will generate a lot of comments down in the comments below, so please keep it civil. Another change that Royal Caribbean made this week is to change some of the benefits and perks that some of its higher members get with the Crown and Anchor Society. Royal Caribbean announced some new changes to the program updates, and these were things that Royal Caribbean alluded to earlier this year and that they were coming, and here we finally have them. Let's start off with the change to the welcome snacks and beverages. For Emerald members who have 55 or more points, you will no longer have the option to pre-select your welcome beverages, as well as guests will now receive complimentary water in their cabin when they arrive. If you're an Emerald or Diamond member, you'll get 2 bottles of water per person, and if you're Diamond Plus or Pinnacle, you'll get 3 per person. Additionally, the cruise line removed the welcome snack as a loyalty benefit. Unfortunately, there'll be no more cookies waiting in your cabin anymore. Womp womp. Daily drinks and wine discounts are the next change. All Diamond members that are 80 points or more will continue to receive their daily drink vouchers for any beverage up to $14. The number you get per day depends on your status. 4 for Diamond, 5 for Diamond Plus, 6 for Pinnacle. There's no change there. Additionally, you'll be able to receive 20% off bottles of wine over $100 and 40% off bottles under $100. Royal Caribbean has also tweaked the wash and fold laundry benefit. While Diamond Plus and Pinnacle Club members will still be able to receive one free bag of laundry on sailings that are 5 nights or longer, they can only do so now on the ship's wash and fold laundry promotion day. It's not valid for any pressing or dry cleaning services. Diamond Plus, which is 175 points, or Pinnacle, 700 points, members have a list of new amenities to choose from. The number of points you have, as well as the length of your sailing, determines not only how many items you may choose, but also what the items are. For example, guests with 175 to 339 points will only have 15 options to choose from, while guests with 525 or more points have over 40 options. No matter what your points, you're eligible to select the new toiletry bag. Only guests with 340 points or more, however, can choose the upgraded Crown and Anchor Society tote bag. And the other big change to the giveaways are the new crystal blocks. Royal Caribbean is changing the design of the crystal blocks. The updated design will feature a colorful image of the ship with the Crown and Anchor logo in the top left corner and the ship's name in the lower right corner. Only 5 blocks have been released thus far, and they're all for the Oasis-class ships. Every block, except for Symphony of the Seas, features a shot of the ship sailing during sunset. These crystal blocks are gifts that Royal Caribbean gives its Crown and Anchor members as soon as they hit 140 points. And so basically it's kind of between Diamond and Diamond Plus. And then you'll receive another crystal block every time you earn another 70 points on top of the 140. So you'll get a crystal block at 210, 280, 350, 420 points, and so forth. There is no limit to how many blocks you're able to collect. The more you cruise, the more blocks you will have. There's one more tweak for the high-tier Crown and Anchor members that I noticed, and that is for the single supplement fare reduced from 200 to 150%. This is for guests that are at 340 points or more. And basically, Royal Caribbean has added a little more verbiage to it with some restrictions to it. And that is, this offers based on availability with certain restrictions, ocean voyage packages, holiday sailings, Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving, Easter, spring break, and the peak summer months of June 15th through August 15th are not included in this offer. I don't remember that being the case before, so be aware of those changes. Another change that Royal Caribbean made this week is it added water slides to Explorer of the Seas. So Explorer of the Seas was supposed to get a amplification back in 2020. That did not occur because of the whole pandemic situation, but Royal Caribbean did send Explorer of the Seas into dry dock to get her maintenance work and all that important stuff that makes sure the ship is still, ready to go and has no technical issues. But Royal Caribbean also didn't announce it, but they snuck on board 2 new racer water slides. Now, the new water slides are clearly visible on top of Explorer of the Seas. Explorer was over in Spain getting some of those work done, and these slides appear to be the same racer slides that have been added to other Royal Caribbean cruise ships, including Mariner of the Seas and Adventure of the Seas, among others. The racer slides allow 2 people to slide down at the same time with the idea that they can compete to see who reaches the bottom first. Other than that, that's really the nature of anything that's been noticeable that Royal Caribbean has added to Explorer of the Seas. The ship did get a new paint job as well, so we've also noticed that. Now, Explorer of the Seas is set to restart cruises in the North American market beginning on March 12th, 2023. But again, this is a dry dock, not what we would consider an amplification, so it's still unclear as to when Explorer of the Seas will get some of the upgrades that we saw with Mariner of the Seas or Navigator or Independence of the Seas, with a lot of notable changes. And for those of you keeping score at home, we now know who the captain will be for Icon of the Seas when she launches. Royal Caribbean has announced that when Icon of the Seas goes, the captain of the ship will be Captain Henrik Loy. Captain Loy was born and raised in Bergen, Norway, and he's definitely been around Royal Caribbean. He's cruised with Royal Caribbean for over 25 years, beginning his service with the company back in 1997. As you're probably aware, Icon of the Seas is under construction in Finland, and she'll launch in January of 2024. Speaking of Icon-class cruise ships, our final story this week is that Royal Caribbean has begun construction formally on its second Icon-class cruise ship. A steel cutting ceremony was held for the second Icon-class cruise ship in Royal Caribbean's fleet. Now, when the first piece of steel is cut, it marks a pivotal point in the shipbuilding process, setting off an array of crucial landmarks to follow. This major milestone indicates that the groundwork has been set and the foundations have been laid for any further adjustments. The first piece of steel was cut at a ceremony at the Meyer Turku shipyard in Finland, which is the same shipyard that's building Icon of the Seas currently, and it's also, by the way, where Allure and Oasis of the Seas were built. The second Icon-class cruise ship is unnamed yet, but she'll begin her first cruises sometime in 2025, and yes, there is still an order for a third Icon-class cruise ship, and that has a delivery date of 2026. When it comes to steel cutting, the reason why it's important is it's one of the major milestones for ship construction. Other milestones coming up will be the keel laying, floating out, and of course, delivery. Moreover, this is also a positive sign that the health of this project is still moving forward, and Royal Caribbean intends to actually build this ship. Now, beyond that, that's all we know about Icon 2, and there'll be more details about that, I'm sure, in the coming years. But, again, construction has formally begun of the second Icon-class cruise ship. So there you have it, a look at all the big Royal Caribbean news you should be aware of this week. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on some of these changes. I am sure there will already be tons of comments because some of the changes are definitely noteworthy. While you're down there, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications. That way, YouTube lets you know we have a brand new video to share. This has been Matt from RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. We'll talk again real soon.